too because it starts playing. All right. Got it. Once again, welcome back. It is another Monday night, which means it is time for another stay at home open mic. That's what we call our Monday night online open mic. Presented here on our YouTube channel. We have 20 plus poets. That's right. You heard that. You heard that right. It's been so long since we've had this many people signed up to read. So I want to try and be a little more brief on my intro. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I am the MC and project director of the Barbed Open Mic series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas. You can find me on Instagram at Deadwall Reveries, and of course, you can find the open mic Barbed Open Mic series if you are ever in the area. We also have in-person open mics, at least one per week. So we might be able to help you out. And if you're just traveling and with enough time, we can plan stuff as well. So as I mentioned, this is an online open mic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We do encourage you guys in our YouTube audience to go ahead and participate in the live chat. And that's a great way to give some feedback. Definitely let us know where you're listening in from, who you're really enjoying, and it's a really great way to just get some audience participation on these live streams. More importantly, I'll give you guys shout outs during the show. So each performer, I will call you up, introduce you, say where you're from, any kind of relevant bio info that you may have left, and then you'll do your thing. Each person gets about 5 to 7 minutes to do their thing. Since we're a little bit more tightly packed today, I encourage you guys to, maybe keep it a little bit more brief than usual, right? No 7-parters this time, or long prose poems. But with that said, we're here every Monday. So if you feel like there's something you really have to share, then we'll be back next Monday. The other thing is, of course, we do encourage performers to share their social media handles, any links to upcoming workshops or events, and of course, ways in which we can maybe purchase their books, their merchandise, and of course, things we can do for free, supporting their social media, YouTube channels, sharing stuff. That's one of the best ways we can help. All right, so without further ado, we are based out of El Paso, and we're going to kick things off here in El Paso, Texas. And we're going to drop in and visit Robin Schofield, as we like to call her, the poet laureate of tumble words. And you'll hear lots about tumble words today as well. Robin, welcome back. Ready to kick it off, huh?
Hey guys. Thanks, Richie. Hey everybody. There I am. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of shortish ones that I wrote at a workshop. Well, no, they're not short, they're medium. And then a cover poem when I'm kind of cheating on the cover poem because I'm going to read a translation that I did. So I thought in honor of the light returning, I would read a couple of poems about light. And this one is called Self-Portrait as Light. And it's after I saw the James Turrell exhibit at MassMoCA, Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Art. And he's an artist who works with light. His exhibit was made of light and shadow. And anyway, he bought a crater in Arizona, and it's gonna open maybe one day, I hope. So anyway, he's an interesting artist. And this is what I got. My eyes are a sea of grass and wildflowers, absorbing all but green and orange wavelengths. Receive this mountain meadow from me. The copper top of the garden fence post scares away the crows and all the darkness, flooding space like a supernova. Water reflects wavy golden lines on the underside of leaves, ripples on the pond of visible wind. What is revealed by 1,000 tadpoles, the gaping turtle, the hoot of an owl, frog chorus answering thunder. Rain quenches my thirsty desert, spears of white and yellow light coming down hard from purple clouds on sparkling sand as it rushes into the roads and arroyos. How loud the thunderclap, how fast the lightning. Light through the window panes, golden riot of rectangles and lines. Light falls, we say, as though from a celestial turquoise. Vultures dance on an updraft. How far away are their dark feathers in the sunlight? When the wind dies, where do they fold their wings? At home in the desert, my spouse's eyes are of sky and water, blue or transparent. My cat is making mischief. Blue or transparent, but the sky's color isn't a constant. On the forest floor of spent golden needles, a scarlet surprise, an eft made of all wavelengths except scarlet. I cannot say what color the river is, except that it absorbs the cottonwoods, the stones, clouds, and blue pieces of the sky. I rise in the gray dawn before the moment of gloaming. Buttercups bop in the breeze as the slanting sun rays hue the sky violet. And then I wrote this other poem after reading the program for the James Turrell exhibit. And an eft, I think I mentioned another eft in here, is a young salamander. So light is the medium. Golden spent needle leaves on the floor of the dark hemlock forest. The scarlet eft there, slow-footed, while the speed of light is unfathomable. Green fire moss lit within covers fallen logs, suddenly bereft of light. The velocity of the visible cycles over a razor-thin margin, only a sliver from deep red running to violet hues, perceptible on this pulsing segment of spectrum, spilled blood to blue-handled screwdriver. Energy unfolds a totality, the globe with oceans of crushed opal, or the baseball curving into home plate as light washes and illuminates our world. On emerald gold moss, the young salamander glows, conflating space with light. The lanyard around my neck flashes in the dark hallway, saying my name to all who can see. Silver slivers leak under the doors, my coffee cup of dark reflections, the treasure box of daylight opening. Light makes volume into space in the sculpture garden as the staff wears lanyards that glint in the sun. Everyone's name's a blur in the distance. Spaces of infinite depth, but within them, the yellow-green fireflies, the frequency and amplitude of each one of them. Light is a sculptor's putty knife on the white blinds by the jewels of the globe. Filtered light falls on the not quite dark forest floor, the scarlet eft there in the emerald moss under a topaz sky. So now I'm going to read a famous sonnet by Rainer Maria Rilke, and it's the sonnet to Orpheus in the second series. It's number 13, and a famous translator has translated it, "Be ahead of all parting," if you know that translation. So this is mine. Be before all departing, as though it were behind you, like the winter going out just now. For among winters is one so endlessly winter that your overwintering heart barely pulls through. Be dead always in Eurydice, rise and sing, stand and praise, climbing to your purest frequency. Here, with what's winking out, be ruled by entropy. Be a ringing glass that shatters as it rings. Be, and know full well, the condition of non-being, the endless ground of your inner shiver, shimmering that you may fulfill to the utmost your one moment. To all things spent and to the dumbstruck and mute, multiplied from nature's fullness to the unsayable sums, number yourself joyfully added and zero out the balance. Thank you. And here's Myra. She's been my companion.
She's congratulating you on a great resuscitation.
Yeah. She's so cute. Yeah, I love that. That was a perfect meow too, right at the end. Like, all right.
Good kitty, very good kitty.
So, Robin, where can people find you online and support more of your work?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Facebook easily enough. And if you look me up on Google, if you just Google me, there's some poems out there if you want to read more. And I have a book coming out this spring. Let me see if I got the cover here. Yeah, this is a kind of look at the cover. It's going to look like that, kind of. And it's going to be called Ridge of High Pressure. So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll do some readings for that, for sure. So thanks, everybody.
All right, and thank you very much, Robin Schofield, everyone. You can also catch her being part of Tumblewords, which you'll hear plenty of about tonight. Plenty of promo. Want to give a shout out to Luis Santiago on YouTube. Man, I feel like it's been forever. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, just let us know you're there. Say hi, participate in the chat, and we'll get back to you. I'll share any links that may be relevant. Speaking of relevant links, I know I've got one loaded up right now. It's a little one called Lighthouse Writer. I can't talk right now. LighthouseWriters.org, and I'll let our next performer talk a little bit more about it as he often does. Let's go and welcome Mike Sindler out of Denver. What's up, Mike? Getting ahead of myself. So sorry. All right, go ahead.
Okay, now we're doing that unmute yourself thing. Okay, I will indeed talk about LighthouseWriters.org. I just cannot recommend them highly enough. So many great people on the faculty there, and just as facilitators and instructors. So many great workshops and classes and events. There are a couple of things, the second and third Fridays of each month. The second is Queer Creatives, and the third week is Writing in Color, which are both just wonderful things, and a great way to build a writing community. Not that we're not a great writing community right here, but that being said, and not wanting to spend massive amount of time, I don't have anything new, so I thought I'd just sort of bunch together some older stuff, and I thought do one that's sort of looking back at the past, one that's sort of looking forward to where we're headed, and one that's just what we should do in the meantime. And the first one is Brachydarius gracilis. Soft stone cracked open to reveal ancient skeleton of extinct placoderm, pulled from dry bed of shuffling sand, once deep ocean's briny saturated floor. Row of sequential spinal bony spikes, graffiti-like stripes of white against gray, all hint of origin erased on parched plain beneath drilling dry heat of relentless sun. Yet feet trod swimmingly across dunes back and forth to and from cliff, where excavated wonder links epochs and eras, flesh-covered digits trace what once was skin, muscle, organ, beating and breathing, fluttering through dark Devonian depths, touch time across sedimentary silence, cracks carve quivering essence of existence. And so going from that, we will look at our potential, and that is victims of ourselves. No, it is not the world itself that will end, not until long after we are gone. a memory only noted by the waste we have left behind. We, who will have followed species we drove into extinction, will ourselves be long extinct, planet changing and evolving, our brief moment less than a lost breath in galactic time. Yes, this world will end, our yellow star expanding, its heat engulfing, deleting all hint of element dispersed into cosmos as it grows, its own span but a talk in the beating clock rung loud by Big Bang, Sol itself falling back, collapsing on itself, another flicker lost in future. But we will not see such awesome fate, far too late for creatures who colluded to wipe selves out, wanton greed, overpowered need for balanced ecosystem. We will not see the sun come to meet and melt sweet earth. We will have long since been victims of ourselves. And so finally, this is Beneath Our Heels. Beneath our heels, heavy booted or barefoot, a conversing lace of root and mold, of lines and lives interconnected and electric. Lay prone or supine, clothed or naked, pressing against earth, eyes shut, breathing in rhythm. Feel the language of terra firma as it dances, flickering from flora to flora, a vernacular of vegetation so unlike our own. Its vibration filling forests, laughing under lawn, tied together in tender terminology, indecipherable, undetermined telepathy. Press yourself into soil or soft grass carpet, hide between tall grain stalks hemmed into rows that reach like telegraph lines bearing news of nature across acres. Forget all that you can of surface, even as insects, curious creatures, crawl in inspection, searching new mass for sustenance. Focus down into firmament. Feel yourself grow roots. Feel them dig through dirt to meet and mingle with mushroom and oak, sassafras and chinaberry, rhododendron and viburnum, iris and ivy and all that is green. Let your soul sing with substratum. Let bacterium germinate, a flowering sense of wonder, bloom and blossom in awed awareness of mutual dependency and community. Open eyes and rise, stand tall, stretch to sky, a shoot turn sapling, turn tree, drawing inspiration, returning adoration, romance of root entwined in heart, stride on and carry love's subtle song of earth forever in your ear. Okay, and I'm gonna just be real quick on the hat. One of the greatest guitarists who's ever lived in the history of this planet, the great Tom Verlaine, passed away a few days ago, and I am so still not over it. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, he founded the band Television, which for all intents and purposes started everything that was punk, and just an incredible force. Also a very romantic songwriter in ways. He took his name, Tom Verlaine, from the poet Verlaine. And this is, I'm just going to read the lyrics of the song that really first got them started, and title song off their first album, Marquee Moon. I remember, ooh, how darkness doubled. I recall lightning struck itself. I was listening to the rain. I was hearing something else. Life in the hive puckered up my night, a kiss of death, the embrace of life. Well, there I stand, neath the marquee moon, just waiting. I spoke to a man down at the tracks, and I asked him how he don't go mad. He said, "Look here, Junior, don't you be so happy. And for heaven's sake, don't you be so sad. Life in the hive puckered up my night, a kiss of death, the embrace of life. Well, there I stand neath the murky moon, hesitating. Well, the Cadillac, it pulled out of the graveyard, pulled up to me. All they said, get in, get in. Then the Cadillac, it puttered back into the graveyard. Me, I got out again. Life in the hive puckered up my night, a kiss of death, the embrace of life. Over there I stand neath a murky moon. I ain't waiting. I remember how the darkness doubled. I recall lightning struck itself. I was listening to the rain. I was hearing something else. Tom Verlaine. Thank you very much.
As always, Mike, you do such touching tributes, and the way you read lyrics, you bring that lyricism to life in the poet's voice. Thank you as always. Check out Lighthouse Writers. As always, Mike's such a champion of that. And of course, he's always here, and he's always at a bunch of other online mics, so it's always great to have this mic supporting the mics. Alrighty then, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Welcome to our stay-at-home open mic. For those of us in the Zoom room, I just reposted the list, so we're gonna try our best to go by that. But some people aren't here yet, so we may have to jump over some people. It's cool. We're gonna make it work. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and head over to Pittsburgh. From Denver to Pittsburgh, and we're gonna say hi to Vale Larkin, who always has some amazing things going on. Just casually was like, "Oh yeah, I had some stuff published. I've got a play coming out, and it's all great stuff." We're gonna share those links and let you know more. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and let Vale do their thing. What's up? Welcome back.
Hi, good to see you.
You too. Nice glasses.
Thanks, they're new. They're blue blockers. They're very fancy because I'm a hipster now with my tinted lenses. Let's see. I'm going to really briefly promote a few things. This Thursday through Sunday is Mixed a Living Gallery, which is a big arts showcase and literary showcase out of the Cell Theater in Manhattan, but it's streamed live online, and you can get a live ticket, I think, for about $30. Or a live stream ticket, I mean, for about $30. Or if you're in New York City, you can get a ticket to go attend. I'd also like to promote the Artists and Tech Crew Fund for my play, The Words of the Prophets, which will open in April at the same theater, Nancy Manicherian's The Cell Theater. And there's a link up there that you can donate to the production, and that money will go entirely to Artists and Tech Crew to supplement the money we're already paying them. Okay, I'm going to do two pieces today, and they are both dedicated to people, actually dedicated to both of my romantic partners. I ask you to write me for Andrew Pryor. I ask you to write me a story. You say, a man walked into the shop one day carrying a paisley umbrella with a leather grip. It was the sort of umbrella with a flat top that collapses in on itself like a kaleidoscope. The rain that morning came down in wild sheaves through the air like a wheat field whipped to spinning. I was expecting a sodden, joyless face, but shockingly, the umbrella smiled brightly up at me. Surprised, I greeted the man and said, "What a charming umbrella. Mine is always cross on rainy days. Wherever did you find yours?" I ask you to write me a story. You say, every time Agnes saw a mushroom, she would count. Agnes started counting mushrooms as a young girl, and now that she was entering her mid-30s, she had counted mushrooms for nearly 3 decades. Agnes knew that she had seen 920,177 mushrooms in the course of her life. She had seen small, delicate ink caps, still green and young and not yet oozing. She had counted the shelves on myriad oak trees and the little colonies of morels in the leaf litter. I ask you to write me a story. You say, twilight air is the most perfect, laden with the moisture of the evening, the damp of the dark coming. Things spoken on twilight air have a special power. They gather to them all the wild energy of the day and stitch it neatly, moment by moment, into the velvet fabric of the night. I ask you to write me a story about the secret life of handbags. I ask you to write me a story about the voracious velvet earthworm. I ask you to write me a story about amphibious mind control, and you tell me that someone has already written one about psychic achalot. I ask you to write me a story about someone who lives and breathes and rejoices and despairs and laughs and dies all without moving much from their own bed. I ask you to write me a story about unlikely things, impossible maybe, or only unwise. I ask you to write me a story that tells how I journey far and wide, how I see a million worlds from stillness. I ask you to write me a story and set me a wander again. And second piece, quick drink. We visit a painting of 2 seated men for Kingston Nolly. I am watching him standing and looking at them, my beloved with his strong black reflected back from the 2 painted figures facing each other from either side of the canvas. He speaks of fathers and journeys to faraway lands. He speaks of wars, of brutalities, and the stench of the blood of men like his father in the streets. My beloved and the painting make a shape, a triangular conduit he can link into, blood, history, and power flowing around him. He speaks of his childhood in this strange, pale place we call home, both of us, where he speaks Mende with family but has erased his Texas accent. He speaks about grandmothers who crept past soldiers, arms laden, to escape to a larger, steadier, and more secure country most of his peers have never heard of. He speaks of wars most of his peers have never heard of. He speaks of home, that faraway land of his ancestors, of his mother and father, of his grandmother again, now that she can return from Guinea after the war that most have never heard of. He looks at the men in the painting. I am not in this picture. I am the inverse, the looming white space they defiantly inhabit. Their power relates to me only in that the press of their muscles against tyranny highlights them. He talks about knowing how many of his people were wrenched over the ocean. Mende spoken in Georgia, the Carolinas, and Louisiana now. He talks about being one of those left back, still home in their pillaged nation. He talks about going home, where thanks to the Christians, he will always be endangered. He is a strong black man, but they will kill him if they disagree. I am silent and in awe. We talk about chains that come without iron, with Bibles and leaflets and sips out of thimbles. We talk about chains that grow link after link from the ones left behind to the missionaries, to the wars against teachers, to far-off lands where the cab company employs more doctors than the hospital, and where a father, pressured to warping, blames his son for his survival. I am not in this picture. I am blank space. I am the absence here of home, of history, of trust. Trust like a triangle, like a circle of black stars signaling, synchronized to one another across the spaces, the voids, the pale, pervasive others. He turns to me, eyes wide, up forehead clear, wide, and the circle of his pupil opens wider, and momentarily I am whirled up into it, the shape of trust, and I remember our roots, and how they all tangle together, and where we all come from. The circle, the dark of the earth.
Wow, I like the way you finished that up. After last week, you workshopped a little bit of it. Thank you,
I
Vale,
heard it
so
on
much.
Friday and I loved it.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
And
Love you, baby.
of course,
I'm
all the
so
links.
glad I got to.
Thank you, Vale, so much for reading. And you have, I don't know, you already shared everything. Did you want to add anything else? Anything else before we moved on?
I've got some features coming up on the 9th. I'll be with Canyon Poets. On the 12th, I'll be with Fumfa Poets and Writers. So catch me either of those places.
Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful pieces right now. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Replace Spotlight. Sometimes it takes me a while to find it, especially if I change my layout. So I know where, like, sometimes you're waiting, like, okay, it's still on me. It's still on me. It's still on me. Okay, that's off. Sorry about that. Alrighty then. I'm gonna do a quick roll call. Just make sure some people aren't here yet, and in case I missed them. I don't think Brian's here yet, right?
Hey, I just popped in. I had a doctor's appointment.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually on the road to the way home, but I should be there in a few minutes. I caught the last two poets, and yeah, I'd like to be added to the list if I'm not on there already.
Oh yeah, man.
You're already
go,
on. You're towards the
yeah.
end. Don't
Yeah,
worry
go
about
to
it.
yeah, go and get home,
You'll
and
be
we'll
home by the time
take
you're
care of that.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes away from home. So.
All right. I was like, wait, who is this? Sorry, I just
It's
saw that right now.
It's too dark that like my camera's not even popping up.
That's all good, man. Yeah, get home safely. Alrighty then, we're gonna keep going though. Lady Caress. Do we have Lady Caress in the house? I don't see any names in there that match that. I had someone sign up under that name. It's okay if you're watching on YouTube and you still have some time to join us. We'll go ahead and just kind of move you down a little bit. In that case, we're gonna go ahead and go to New Jersey, and we're gonna tap in with the Chameleon Poetic, Terry Rose Jurtson, who is gonna share and also is going to lead some poetry games. We'll hear more about that from her and probably Finn Bell as well. All right, Terry, what's up?
Hey, yes, I am going to be doing some poetry games with Finn Bell, and it's about the heart chakra, because I've been doing some chakra work lately. It should be interesting and fun if you're into that kind of thing. If not, then oh well. I'm going to read some poetry that I recently wrote, not from my book, but just new shit. Okay. Always thinking about death, my own mortality, and coming face to face with less time here on the blue ball. Jim Morrison said no one here gets out alive. Every year I get closer to my end. Who really knows how long we have here, unless I make that determination myself, which I really do not consider, probably because I don't have enough balls. Not juggling them in the air assuredly would be dropping them. A way of life with me and all my plans, and with not enough oomph to complete them. Afraid of failure, afraid of success, talk myself into not caring. What does it all mean anyway when you're dead inside and eventually outside? That was one piece. This is another one, all untitled. Back in high school, I read extensively on conspiracy theories about the existence of aliens and government cover-ups, assassinations of known and not well-known persons with sensitive top secret information about Earth's communication with and collaboration with them to gain technological advances. I read about abductions, experimentation, implants, probes, erasing memories, mind control. All of these scared me to the point that I was afraid to go outside. I watched interviews with people who thought they were abducted several times, and I saw the fear in their faces. They were interviewed on talk shows and humiliated. I heard stories of friendly aliens and those that want to destroy humanity. There are all too many unanswered questions. All that I've learned leads me to paranoia. Once in an airport, I saw something in the back of my neck light up on the board. I said to the guard, "What is that?" pointing to it, and he just laughed. And one more short piece. Gun violence in America, mass shootings, people being picked off like ducks in an arcade game, in a carnival shooting gallery. Are we just a product of our environment where we shoot each other for sport on video games? Do the shooters realize this is for real? Maybe they've been so desensitized that they think that life is not real, and they need to prove it by drawing blood. Thanks.
So dope.
Okay,
So
all right. All right. Thank you so much, Terry. And I know you already shared your workshop. Anything else right now? How can people support you online? As always.
Okay, I have a book for sale, Chameleon Chronicles, Words Never Spoken. Still waiting for Goodreads to post it, if anybody from Goodreads is listening. And you can buy it on Red or Green Books, on Marissa Prada's publishing company website. Or you can contact me on Facebook on Teresa Rose Dirtson, or on Instagram, The Chameleon Poetic. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Alrighty then. Very cool. Thank you so much, Terry Rose Jetson, Chameleon Poetic. Yeah, so once again, welcome everyone to our stay-at-home open mic. I see some people tuning in. We have Sylvia Munoz. Is that who I think it is? If it is, that Sylvia is an amazing poet. She killed it. We had our first completely all poetry open mic last month in January. We're having our next one in February, but Sylvia just was amazing. You know, she went up there and just smooth as butter. And hopefully she can join us for the next one. And if you ever want to join us online, you're more than welcome to, Sylvia. We got Lacan in the house just joining us in the Zoom call. Awesome. We have lots of peeps. We're going to get to you guys. I saw Ed Poetastic just jump in as well. Some peeps I haven't seen in a long time. So we're excited in here. We got a full house. We're going to keep going. In fact, we're going to get back to the East Coast. And he's going to share a little bit of fiction today. Our storyteller, you may have already heard of him from via another poem. Let's go ahead and welcome on the mic Andrew Pryor. What's up, Andrew? Hey, man.
Hey, I'll get right to it. I'm reading another 5-minute story tonight. I was gonna read a different story tonight, but after Vale, my partner, read their lovely poem for me, I figured it was only fair that I read the story that I wrote for them, because I still like it a lot, and there's a lot of new people that haven't heard it. So without further ado, this is Fuchsia. Fuchsia sits in their faux leather recliner, their Afghan covering them all the way up to their neck. And Fuchsia's bees poke their head up through the pale orange crocheted flowers in the Afghan like they're black and yellow prairie dogs, scrambling over the cotton field before taking flight and swooping up to the top of Fuchsia's head. It's drinking from the nectar of the deep purple flowers and resting their heads on glistening burgundy leaves that fall over Fuchsia's eyes like bangs, before they return to the beehive that sits tall at the top Fuchsia, whispering and humming. Fuchsia sleeps sitting up in their chair so as not to disturb the bees in their honeycomb, and every night they fill Fuchsia's dreams with their busy murmuring. They sizzle with stories of sea silk and glowworms and flesh-colored pearls. They swerve in and out of dream-luminescent spiderweb strands, plucking them in the dark and communicating with all the other sleeping and skittering creatures. And in the morning, they wake from their sleep and buzz over to the thin row of open bottles on the windowsill, spitting out mouthfuls of dark purple honey, glowing red through the spring morning light. You're asking me what the honey tastes like. I've been to Fuchsia's house more than a few times, had afternoon tea the color of a healing bruise, and I have to say that their bees are they're among the most polite bees I've ever seen. Every now and then I look to the side and see one rubbing their forelegs together before they land on my arm and trot across the back of my hand. And it always makes me think of a guest wiping their feet before entering a house that isn't theirs. I've been to Fuchsia's house so often that I hear the same buzzing in my dreams now, the vibrating of invisible guitar strings, and it makes me feel safe, held close in the dark of night. I'm very lucky is what I mean. Most people don't know how kind Fuchsia is and how kind and pleasant their bees are. Those that don't project their own slivers of human cruelty onto the bees end up betraying their own nature anyway. The last guy that stuck around in Fuchsia's living room for more than an hour is the one who dumped out an entire jar of Fuchsia's strawberry diesel marijuana, trapped a spider under it, carried it outside on a paper plate, and flung the spider into the bushes just in time to hear the door click shut behind him. Both the spider and the jar eventually made their way back into the house. More than anything, you want to know what the honey tastes like. I should say that I've spent nights at Fuchsia's house as well. Nights when the bees buzz softer for the courtesy of Fuchsia and their guests. Nights where the two of us talk only a bit louder. There are times when they look regal in their reclining throne, directing squadrons of bees to pass them their eye drops and their medications and their butane lighter, blowing clouds of sweet smoke past the dim lamplight. And then there are times when it seems like the Afghan is swallowing them up. And those are the times I come over and hold them close, while they bury their chin in my chest and rest their forehead on my shoulder, and their shoulders heave and the bees are still humming, low and shuddering. They won't say it out loud so that the hive can hear. So they write it down, the feeling of the weight of the ecosystem bearing down on them, the feeling of constantly brushing dark red leaves from their eyes and honey dripping down their cheeks. They're tired of being a tree. They want someone else to be one for a change. I wake up some mornings in their room, a bee strolling across my bare shoulders before hopping down to the mattress's edge and looking down, shifting in place like they've forgotten they have wings. I don't know exactly what Fuchsia sees in me, but when I hold them close, when I feel them breathing, I can almost see myself from under the dark red leaves shading their eyes. You've stopped asking, and now you're wringing your hands like you're dying for a cigarette, but I can tell. You still want to know what the honey tastes like. And if you've been paying attention while I was talking, you might have the start of an idea. It's all of that and more. It's a rainbow under a rock. It's the chewy caramel center of the earth. It's a single spiderweb strand fortified over hundreds of years, humming in the dark like a lover's dream, soaking up all of the accumulated tendernesses of the universe like soft rain. It's the feeling that slices through your chest and spills you open, all the wounded and healing parts of yourself purple and glistening. The ache that makes you want to jump out into sheer space, chasing after the one thing you want and hoping that you'll remember your wings exist. And even if they don't, knowing that the taste of blood will mingle with the honey overflowing from your mouth and give you a secret to share with every living creature on this earth, if only you had enough breath in your body to tell it.
Oh man, that was great. I've heard it before too, but I was still feeling that like kick. The oof,
Absolutely.
beautiful pieces.
Yeah, beautiful.
Love it. We love it. We all love your love.
Beautiful, Andrew. I love that piece. So every time you read it, I get chills. Oh,
Yeah, man. So I know you've got your podcast. You want to promote that or anything else right now?
Sure, I'll link it in the chat. It hasn't updated in a while, but I've been updating myself instead of the podcast. So there's some stuff on there you can listen to if you like that. And yeah, find me on Facebook under Andrew Pryor.
yeah, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. All right. Oh, amazing. And it's good to see all the support in here too. I love that in your bio in the sign up. If people have nothing to write, they just leave it blank. Andrew just writes no. I'm like, all right, cool. Definitely gets the point across as well. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and keep going. I'm trying not to push wrong things here. All right, we're gonna keep going. I'm looking at the list here, and according to this, next up we're gonna go ahead and stop in Lewes, Delaware. Lewes, is that how I say it? Please let me know. We have Robert Fleming in the house, who's a writer and graphic artist who writes in English, French, Hebrew, Japanese, and Italian. So a polyglot. Awesome. Hey, Robert, welcome to the space. Go and take it away. It's all you.
Good evening. I'm Robert Fleming, a word artist from Delaware. Would I be able to share the screen, Richie? Thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you. I'm going to share some poems in different languages. The first one I'm going to share is in French, which was my first language, which I also translated it into English. Ça suffit. Papa prend le table jambon. Mangez le dernier tranche de pain. N'écoute pas pour un bon essai. Merci, arrivé, pas après meurt. 5 minutes après avaler 1000 haricots, papa pète. Jamais un pardon. Le télé-nouvelle, papa ronfler. Merci pour pète, ronfler, papa. And now the translation into English. Enough. Father takes and takes and takes the table ham, eats the last slice of bread. Never hear good job. Thank you won't arrive even after death. 5 minutes after eating 1,000 beans, Father farts, farts, farts. Never a pardon me. The TV news father snores, snores, snores. Thank you, Father, for fart snores. So that was my first one in English and French. The next one I'm going to do in English, and it has some Hebrew and Yiddish in it. It's called Sadie's Kafetch. My children have no children. My son stups a shiksa. I stup to stup. I refuse my husband. I vibrate on the Sabbath. I eat treif on Yom Kippur. My husband is a fegala. Oy vey, what a chandala this is. I eat matzah balls, not my husband's balls. My chicken is drier than the Sinai. I work outside the house. I uncover my head in public. I'm on the pill. My womb is barren. Oy vey, what a chandala this is. I left my husband. And my next one has a little bit of Japanese in it. It's a haiku. No baby dragon. Too much water, need more wood. Unan bio. And then my last one is a tribute to Michelangelo and his statue, the David statue. I just put that on the screen. Pinocchio at the Piestrada Marble Quarry. This one is in Italian. Marmo David Carne. All David wants to do is pose. Carne Michel Marmos. Marble David flesh. All Michel wants is David. Flesh Michel Marble. And that's it. And thank you for letting me share my poetry in different languages. And I will put in the chat, I had a publication today in Fevers of the Mind, who is doing a tribute to the beat poet Jack Kerouac and the singer Joni Mitchell. And I had a poem, Return to the Garden, which is a tribute to Joni Mitchell. So thank you for letting me share my writing from Delaware.
All righty then. Thank you so much, man. Robert, pleasure having you here. Interesting stuff. And yeah, any links that you share our way, we'll go ahead and move that to the YouTube chat because we got people tuning in as well. Next up, yeah, we got lots of people. So we're just going to keep rolling because I know, yeah, we're going to just try and get everyone on there as quickly as possible. Next up, we're going to tune in. Oh, yeah, we're going to check in with Queens, New York. And next up on the mic, we have Velvet, aka Velvet Hurricane, aka Vasilios Leon. What's up? It's been so long. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Can you hear me okay? Because I am outside on my porch. And,
sounds good to me.
Great. How's everybody doing? Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, I've had a weird writing block for like over a year, and I've just been really focusing on like working, surviving, not really coming out to the events, but I've been watching on the sidelines. I've been watching everybody. So I have two pieces to share with y'all tonight. They're both untitled. I want to apologize for the first piece. It is still on my phone and my notes. I haven't had a chance to write it down, but that will be kind of funny once I start reading it, I think. And let's just get going. Thank you. Just had it open. Oh, I can still see myself. That's crazy. This is how long I haven't been on Zoom. Last time I was on Zoom, when you left the Zoom to go read something on your phone, your camera went off. So this is great. Let's go. Pick up the pen. When I close my eyes, I see hexagons, honeycombs, buzz, buzz. Pick up the pen. The bees shake loudly from my throat. I am here again, arrived at this feeling once more. I yearned for the peace, but I didn't. Something was swarming my chest. I don't want to. Can the tears instead spill into the quill of my finger and drench the page? Let the salt deposit into the shapes that I'm feeling as the pain evaporates. Buzz, buzz, pick up before you drown. I swallow the bees. They sting. Better me than anyone else. I don't want to pick up the pen. What good is the pen if there are no words to write or too many distractions as I open the book? I want to be able to pick up the pen without soaking the book and muddying my ideas together. Focus, fuck this. There's something in the way. The sheath of wax keeps me frigid, tense, like my hamstrings. My body forgot how to tend to a garden. Thank you. That was the first piece. And segueing into the second one, I've noticed myself that I've noticed that I have like two writing styles. One being like crystallized fog cloud going in through the ether, and the other one being like a child just like slapping shit onto a page. So this is one that is an example of a child slapping shit onto a page. And I'm reading it because I really haven't shared it anywhere too often. And I'm hoping that doing this will help me workshop it and edit it and tone it down because I feel like there's some stuff in here, but moving on. Throwback to a budget rent-a-car service somewhere in bum-ass Tampa. I was about 7 to 8 years old when I gained a deep understanding of the world and the way it functioned. Daddy's at the window smooth talking the teller because Mr. Man loved letting people smell his testosterone. I'm over by the window, basking in natural light, watching cars zoom down the highway. Or maybe it was just a road. I really don't fucking know. In NYC, this would be a highway. This shit is crazy. I am bored. I mosey over to the top of the table to browse my options. Oh, yay. 3 wooden blocks of different shapes. Circle, square, triangle. Fit them through the holes, as if those were the only 3 shapes nature has to offer. Excuse me. As if those were the only 3 shapes nature has to offer. What if the circle feels like going in through the triangle's funnel? Would I be wrong? Right? I would be. Circle doesn't belong there? BS. Turn to the right. Oh my fucking god. A bee's maid? You don't know what that is? Don't worry. I didn't either. Thank you, Google. It's that colorful game where like the wooden beads are laced on metal rods with all the bright colors and swirly shapes. It's like in every fucking doctor's office, pediatrics office. I like to think of those beads as people on a roller coaster, just moving through life or the day. It's fun for a while. The star-shaped beads passes the square bead, the red triangle bead, it keeps along the way. Woo, down the loop, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. It's like they wanted me to know from young that the road may whirl and twirl, but it's fixed. Circle and circle, triangle and triangle, square and square. Time jump. I took woodshop class to carve out more paths for myself in case like I felt like doing a fucking dodecahedron today. I grew up and I snapped those rods out of place and set those beads on fire. relative's destiny. Thank you so much. Those were my pieces, and I will share everything else in the chat, like my socials and everything else, because
Alrighty then, cool, awesome. Also looks like a really nice night out there. I'm kind of envious. I wanna, I wanna be
it's
out.
kind of cold, which explains all the stuttering. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's all good. So I'll share those links as well. Thank you so much, Velvet
you.
Hurricane, Vasilios, person of many names. That's always good too. No, yeah, always come by Mondays. I know. Like once things started like opening up again, I know a lot of East Coast peeps like stopped coming. But hey, if you guys ever have insomnia, come on through. We got the late mic. Alrighty then. We're gonna actually go to the West Coast where it's still kind of early-ish, but it could be late. It's all relative, right? Next up, we got some poetry. We all know her name because she runs so many great events. In fact, one's already been mentioned, Poetry Games. Let's go ahead and welcome Finn Bell back on the mic. What's up? And thank you so much for helping promote this and inviting people out tonight. Thank you.
Hello.
Hey,
You're
how are you tonight?
welcome. I'm doing good. This space is beloved, so it deserves to be, talked about and for people to continue coming. And I've been kind of a little remiss in sharing the link with it, sharing the that it's going on today. So I'm starting to do that again for the open mics that I really love and who could use the love. That didn't make any sense, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to share a cover first from William Carlos Williams, The Ivy Crown. The whole process is a lie unless crowned by excess. It break forcefully, one way or another, from its confinement, or find a deeper well. Antony and Cleopatra were right. They have shown the way. I love you or do not live at all. Daffodil time is past. This is summer, the heart says, and not even the full of it. No doubts are permitted, though they will come and may before one time overwhelm us. I need to take my glasses off. I can't see. We are only mortal, but being mortal can defy our fate. We may, by an outside chance, even win. We do not look to see jonquils and violets come again, but there are still the roses. Romance has no part in it. The business of love is cruelty, which by our will we transform to live together. It has its seasons, for and against whatever the heart fumbles in the dark to assert toward the end of May. Just as the nature of briars is to tear flesh. I have proceeded through them. Keep the briars out, they say. We cannot live and keep free of briars. Children pick flowers. Let them. Though having them in hand, they have no further use for them, but leave them crumpled at the curb's edge. At our age, the imagination arose across the sorry facts, lift us to make roses stand before thorns. Sure, love is cruel and selfish and totally obtuse. At least blinded by the light, young love is. But we are older, I to love, you to be loved. We have, no matter how, by our wills survived to keep the jeweled prize always at our fingertips. We will it so, and so it is, past all accident. William Carlos Williams, The Ivy Crown. Glasses back on. Yay. Getting old here. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna share something that's relatively new. It's called expiry. I am the miracle placed in the ancient fissured mason jar. I am put in the back shelf for later use, the just in case moments. I am malleability when I want to be, but become something even more than that, softer for others. I escape my confines and spill into you. Don't sop me up with an old dish rag. Don't put me back, please, to entomb in the comforting dust. Don't leave me to the rote of repetition and endless daydreams. Don't lay me in the pot evenly, a show of seemingly reverential motions because you had lost the sensation and memory of what to do. Do you believe the wiles of recipes when they tell you what is bitter and what is better whole? Do these concoctions break the mold, rise their own yeast and tickle your nose? And you pause, pretend, and then bury your whole face to take the long whiff, intoxicated. I am plagued in my fat-laced heart that I am a displacement, a thing for other tables, other palates that seek and question. I know my place. I don't know my place. I don't know this way of being salve, but not the flavor. It is pride that will effervesce, but also truth. I am taunted by the stars who sit outside of the kitchen window at night, teasing me with the notion that they are close enough for me to touch. I know that they lie to me as a kindness. I stir on my place upon the counter and spoil my own lingering sweetness. I am damned by this desire not to be here, to not be of this place. The dreams take hold again, and I'm a creature of flight, and with my own light to bear. I want to join each twinkling new sun, already carefully planning its death rites. I know I shouldn't dream beyond myself, but I want to laugh with them and break bread. Thank you.
Lovely piece, relatively new shit. Thank you. And of course, any links that you have, there's killer lines in that. Love it, loving them. Thank you so much. And I know you're muted, but is there anything else you wanted to promote before we move on?
Tomorrow movie night, and we have a double feature because Eddie says so. And it's gonna be, I forgot, but it's gonna be 2 rom-coms. So come and watch with us. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be The Wedding Singer and Love Actually. I know. Shake your head. I know, but Eddie wants rom-coms. So
that's gonna be nice.
And then on the day following is going to be Terry Rose Jertson's poetry game. So please come join us. I know she's going to put on a really good workshop because she's a really wonderful woman. And that's all I have to say. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much. No, I appreciate it. You do so much. Lacan was giving me some love earlier and giving me all the hashtags, PGN, fam, Parola, all that great stuff as well. So we're going to go ahead, guys, and keep going. Again, full list. We're going to check in. It's been a while since he's been on. So we're going to go to Clarksville, Indiana, and welcome back to the show. Frog Corpse, what is up? Hey, good to see you.
Busy, man. Bleeding out of my face and then doing production for a theater company, all sorts of shit. This one's called A Road That Burns at Both Ends. No more hauntings, these ghosts have gone. They've passed away a long, long time ago. Through tree and sky on a lonesome road that autumn once washed in a thin orange glow. Pushing pin, an alarming scent. Raging wood engulfed by statement, Shutter Island, its warden calling for running ink as a filling parchment, its creatures quenched from words starving a monster maker by the sentence jotting, a writer's seeking, misery's army will file in row, unearthing company of deadfall fellows, of stalk and straw fiend, of sounding cicada, of lunacy marching, as mindful thanking dawns thoughtless walking, a harvest moon shines back down on a dumb dream, for if a thought is worth saving, then make a raft for the quandary, as the end of today seems as if a Monday is nothing. Got one more for you real quick too. Wrote this one on Poe's birthday. A couple people have heard this. I thought that maybe every year I've been writing a birthday poem in honor of him, and I got bored and I was like, I wonder what would happen if Poe actually wrote a full erotic piece. So I must solicit through the influence of your honorable body, ascertainable by alluring enticement, atop some mountain in a dream so lofty. And does thy heaven know this name? Yes, it previously had the honor. Alas, would hell then grant an introductory? Assuredly, with the greatest pleasure tomorrow. This garden, like a lady fair, lay trimmed where its waters rise. Its fountain spouts a watered wish, while releasing an opal shower. Eddies of smoke purloin my prayer from the unendurable oppression of the sigh. O'er ebon dress where bosoms rest, rushing through a painted thought, with lurid gaze along twilight tide, reminiscent of winter when love arrived. My passions pour from an uncommon spring, appalled when that love hath dried, and to the open sky I shut on youthful legs which refuse to close, palpitable pounding on purple pulse, gasmed by the whisper of morning's one. Pale pearls drop, pulling grass, while rabid bouncing trots on stones, clamorous ticks from the moaning lint, hourly hands to kill a clock, cerements unveiling bride, or rather a worm that would not die, emaciated and grotesquely hewn from the apple of my eye. So does this devil approach thee? No, hell rejects the offer. Alas, will heaven now accept thine arms at the wake? Oh, so surely not. Thank you.
No, thank you. What an entertaining reader, Frog Corpse, everyone. And also, if you have any links or social media that you want to share, feel free to throw it in the chat as well, and I'll share that with our peeps watching on YouTube. Unless you want to announce it.
You can follow me at Frog Corpse on Instagram, and yeah, if you want to look for me, Frog Corpse is not a hard name to find, so you'll find me if you're looking.
There you go. Awesome. There's a Sage Francis line I was just thinking of that I can't fully remember, so I'm not going to misquote it right now. I'll wait till the end of the show. So stick around. You can't leave till the end of the show when I remember the quote. But I do want to give a shout out as well to Luisa, who is watching on YouTube. Luisa's read some of her work on here before. She also runs Beanolog Studio here in El Paso, and they do some pretty great work working with artists and all sorts of cool digital devices, and they've recorded audiobooks and stuff. So if you ever need that kind of thing, go hit them up. Beanolog Studios. Alrighty then, we're gonna go ahead. That was like a commercial break, right? Beanolog Studios. Go check them out. Which you should. If you're in El Paso. So we're going to go and keep going. Next up, we're going to tune in with Mr. Monday Night, none other, who has been here since day one and always helps out so much, especially on nights like this where there's just a lot going on. It really does help to have that extra hand there. So you guys already know. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the stage, Kit Rand. What is up, man?
Yep. Extra hands. I got 2 of them. And they're both at the ready. Don't know where that was gonna go or end. Mumble transition. 2 of mine and then a cover poem, because it's a real stacked room. I'm gonna pause the story because it's taking longer than I expected anyway. But yeah, two of mine. This one is going to be in the Living Gallery, the event that Dale mentioned earlier. And let's get into it. I wish to relieve one pressure you have felt and replace it immediately with another. Do not worry about first impressions. The first impression is nothing. It is easily overridden and constantly amended, often forgotten entirely. Much more important is the 0th impression. You have no control over the 0th impression. You have no way to influence it or to even access it. It is being made right now, independently, in places that you have never even driven through. You see, as friends tell new friends of old friends, those new friends must depend on imagination and stock images to complete the story themselves. You are a placeholder name in so many stories. There are mental images of you based off of absolutely no evidence. People you have never met have strong and inflexible opinions about you and what you should have done that one time. One day, you will meet someone who knows of you only from a bystander's account of the worst day of your life. If he or she makes the connection, they will be close to starstruck, trying to reconcile the physical facts with their own understanding. You must see they have carried this cartoon of you, this caricature from a tourist trap, for a long time. It has been rolled up and put in moving boxes and subsequently unpacked in new domiciles. They may have even added their own twist to the story. It is their story now. You are now the protagonist of a modern urban legend. Do not fight against the 0th impression. Do not dwell on it. Don't justify yourself. Don't try to give context. Do your best to see the honor and not the offense. While no one can be all things to all people, you may find that, thanks to the 0th impression, being many things to enough people is astoundingly easy. At least I hope so. We'll see. I wish we hadn't made such a point of correcting the historical record and lionizing the writers who were secrets and who died young and undiscovered. It has made today's writers secretive and death-driven, filled with questions like, how can I be Kafka if people like me now? How can I be important if people understand me? If I don't die young, will I ever be famous? It turns out I am not writing for the ages. It turns out nobody is. Literary reputation, like most of the rest of history, is accident and calamity, a kitchen fire that smells delicious. All the days I sat dreaming with satisfaction of a professor securing himself to the tenure track with a study of my notebooks. The fact that those notebooks were blank did not pierce the logic of the dream, did not spur me, as it should have, to desperate, alarmed action. And my cover poem tonight, because like I said, we're pausing the story, but this is Prayer for the Mutilated World by Sam Sachs. What will be left after the last fidget spinner's spun its last spin? After the billboards accrue their thick layer of grit, masking advertisements for teeth paste and Tanqueray gin. After the highways are overtaken by invasive forests. After the ministers give up their gods and the rabbis their congregations for drink. After new men rise to lead us sheep toward our shearing, to make bed sheets from our hair. After the high towers have no airplanes to warn away and instead blink purely toward heaven like children with one red eye. At their phone lines do nothing but cut the sky into sheet music. And our phones are just expensive bricks of metal and glass. After our cloud of photographs collapses and all memories retreat back into their privatized skulls, after the water taps gasp out their final blessing, what then? When even the local militias run out of ammunitions, when the blast radii have been chalked and the missiles do all they were built to, when the Jews have given up their state for that much older country of walking and then that even older religion of dirt, when all have succumbed to illness inside the church of our gutted pharmacies, when the seas eat their cities, when the ground splits like a dress, when the trash continent in the mid-Atlantic at last opens its mouth to spit, what will be left after we've left? I dare not consider it. Instead, dance with me a moment late in this last extinction. That you are reading this must be enough.
Awesome. Thank you, Kit. I know you got your list there that you want to show off.
Let me make sure it's on camera. There, all right. And I found one of the older ones that has my Goodreads on it. So Instagram, Kit Ran Away, Twitter, Kit Talk Sports, for as long as that's around. I'm at Goodreads. I post reviews basically as soon as I finish things. I have a big blog about football. I'm debating whether or not to pay for membership in the Pro Football Research Association. I definitely deserve it on the merits, but it's $35. You can find me on Facebook. If you want to help me be an official member of the Pro Football Research Association, you can give to my PayPal. Okay. And I also run the Tumblewords Workshop, which is a series of generative workshops. We meet every Saturday. We have this lovely little limited edition tote bag that I use as a little signpost. This week, Chris Kayla from Vancouver will once again be hosting, and she's titled it A Blind Date with Poetry. Seems right for the month, right? And the week after that, we have me with one of our signpost workshops for the whole year, Against Love Poetry. Just get you nice and bitter right before the holiday. But gotta hand the talking stick back to Richie now. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Kid Ren, everyone. Mr. Monday Night. Well, I will also add, captivated the audience as well at Poetry Night, as well did Robin when we had our poetry open mic. It was nice to see so many people listening in and laughing at the humor and you know, appreciating the right moments on your pieces. So that was a real joy. I guess since I'm doing commercials now, I'm going to give a shout out to another sponsor, Craft Rhythm and Brews, one of our local breweries here in El Paso. It is also where we have one of our open mics. Family-owned business. We're going to be there February 10th. So in 2 weeks, if you're in El Paso area, come check it out. We have our own little room, party room to do our stuff in. So that's always really cool. Much appreciated. So, ladies, gents, beautiful NBs, we're going to continue with our list and head over to San Francisco. And it's, again, been quite some while since we've seen our performer here on this show. Obviously, he's got his own show, does really great things. I keep seeing people being featured on those shows. But let's go ahead and welcome Dane Ince. What is up, Dane? And I will be looking for that poem for you too, so no worries. Welcome back.
Let me do this. Okay, let me turn the thing on. Oh man, you think I'd never done this before. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Really love the space. Thanks to be here. I have 2 pieces that I'm going to read. One of them is new, and the other one is from my book, The Whole Existential Novel. I'll put the stuff in the chat about that. This first one is Tyree. Tyree Nichols has a right to his life. They laughed as he cried out for his mother, brutalized the rest of us with this strife, violent police state rampant and rife, beaten under long, dark night cover. Tyree Nichols had a right to his life. Hot headlights lit his murder like a knife. Photos, sun, skateboard. He was a lover. Brutalized the rest of us with this strife. The brutal ballet left us all called Fife. Scorpion squad stole it in a smother. Tyree Nichols had a right to his life. These murdering thieves silenced his life's fight. Remember, Tyree, his soul shall hover. Brutalize the rest of us with this strife. Angel, come, bless this, what is left, a trife. We will have justice one way or the other. Tyree Nichols had a right to his life. Brutalized us, brutalized the rest of us with this strife. The next piece is called Dance. Do you know the steps? Would you like to dance with me? The words cannot form out of my mouth. I fall down drinking punch, junior high school punch, hunting bird, feeder food, blood red #2. So you can see it when it's gone, so you can miss it. It needs you to miss it, or you will not sleep all night long. I will read vapid, mindless today in Nashville, hiding my private pain, old, stale, broken me. Who needs a roadmap? Just look me up on the socials, hook me up to stumble. Me. Intransitive me, pluperfect me, adverbial me. Stupid sorrow song singer, warm up for the serving of cold guts, teenage joke, angst, zombie dialect, eludes. Do you want to dance? Hack poems, phlegm. The horrors, quick step, quick. Here comes the vomit truck, the secret dance called the stumble, dance the falling, tripping, dance the blindness, silent, dance with empty shirt, smell the faint fading loss, shiver in the corner to the back beat, down, beat, shiver is the new step. It's all so exciting, the generation of useless. You cannot live without it. Prime white gloved sepia snapshot. Gray dead you. Crazy, the dharma of broken things that never mend, the dharma of sunshine, the dharma of misery, misty mountaintop, the dharma of none of that, the dharma of the door. Yes, 1 foot, the other is a boot. The kicking, busy, stumble, falling, getting up, falling. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The wailing, the ruined, wrecking, waltz. It's a direction, secret dance step, impossible to dance, yet simple by yourself. Just let it be falling. Satori Dolman, the long time holding, the stumble is a dharma, my own stumble, all my own. Has its own dance steps. Do you know them too? Thank you.
Excellent. Oh, the music of your language. Dane, anything you want to promote right now coming up, or how people can follow you online as well?
Oh, yes. On Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. PST, I've been doing for over a year now, hosting an open mic. Hope some of you folks or all of you folks can come from time to time. I published a book. I published a book for Tish. I'm working with 3 other authors to get some books published out this year. So let's just stay in touch. I put everything in the chat. Oh, and I just want to say that what I read from the book that I read from is available from order on your local bookstore literarity. So that's that. So thanks so much for a wonderful space. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Dane. And yeah, cool. Yeah, shout out to Literarity. We do have several bookstores that we can come on support. I like them. I really like Brave Books as well. They carry a lot of local authors, a lot of our friends. That's pretty cool. I'll have to go check that out and look for your book then. Because most of you guys' stuff I've had to order, and wait for it to get shipped. It's cool to go to one of the bookstores and just pick one up, unless they're already sold out. We'll find out. But all right, so that's Dane, everyone. Once again, welcome to the online show. I do want to give a shout out to Carlos Herrera, aka Three Flavors, working on some cool stuff as always. He's always challenging me to throw down bars. So I'm gonna practice tomorrow on my way to work, and then maybe we got an open mic at Mona Bar tomorrow night, so maybe I'll unveil some stuff there. But we're gonna go and keep going. In fact, this is the part where we're gonna get to go a little international. I love it. And our first stop is going to be in India. And welcome a first-time reader here on this mic. Let's go ahead and welcome Prasanna. And please let me know how you prefer your name to be pronounced. But welcome. Good to have you here on the show.
Yeah. Thank you, Richie. Yes, Prasanna, yeah. Prasanna Kumar, Prasanna, yes. And let me take this opportunity, take this chance and express my profound thanks to Finn Bell, who, shared this event link and asked me to join. And Finn, I'm very much thankful to you. And Michael Schindler, Dennis, and everyone. I always be regular on the shows. And please do follow me on the links that I've been put in the chat. And we are open for the anthology, that is, we rise by lifting others. So I would like you all to participate in that. I shared the details in the chat box, so do hit on the chat. And my poem goes like this: now remind nothing. Now remind nothing. Years went by, where even a tinkling was heard. The whispering winds too made their way into eerie cosmos. The silence of rustling leaves, the crooning of cuckoo, cocooned in the dingy spills of racing beats, the air of whimsical tune wafted through the brittle sands, the music of wild movements well up the cheeks of those lost in the dirty dancing. The ferocious tempest of roaring sounds engulf the domains of Lolan, wherein the stillness of times knocked on the doors of jubilant senses that imbibe in seductive happenings. Now remind nothing. And this is my first poem. First piece. Here goes second one. It's again the same, doctor. Now let me tell you something. Which of course is nothing, albeit my mind is itching to utter that very thing. A quirky zing that tickled my senses, and a feeling of outpouring burst forth in understanding, discerning the movement of strange tang inferred, that is a bubbling bling that touched my heart in searching, which is parched of colors looking. Thank you, Richie. Thanks for this space. Thanks for this opportunity, and I love to be here with you all. Such a beautiful souls you are all. Thank you. Thanks for having me once again.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any links as well that you want to share, social media, we can follow you. Some of us haven't followed you yet, and as always, profoundly thankful to Finn Bell again for inviting people out. And anytime you have some time, well, it's for you, it's Tuesday, right, to come on by and join us for this mic.
Yeah. Thank you, Richie. Thank you. Thanks for your love. I will be sharing. Thank you.
All righty, cool. And I'll forward those as well. We just had Generalissimo join the room. We added him to the list, so we will get you on in just a moment. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and continue our world tour and drop in and visit our friend Lacan in the Philippines. PGN in the house. That is true. What is up, Lacan?
So it's good to be back, man. Sorry, I will not be turning on my cam. I feel uncivilized today. So it's hot. So anyway, yeah, magandang tanghali, good noon to everyone. Feel free to say good noon. But we do have a salutation in the Philippines. So yeah, I'm based in Pilipinas or in the Philippines, and I am from the Poetry Global Network and the Asia Pacific Poetry Slam. So yeah, I have 3 poems for today. Yay! Well, actually, 2 are mine. The third one is a cover. So let me, you know what? It's so weird. Dane, I feel you. It's like, where's the share screen button? Uh okay, there we go. No, it's not. What is it? Um, hmm, good. Um, Richie, I can't see it.
We have it on. That's weird. I have it on enabled. Maybe
Well,
huh?
if it doesn't work, then it's okay. We can just, do it. Okay, so the first one is actually a new poem of mine. I wrote it 2 days ago, and the title is called SOS. Beatles help listens to me like I've never needed anyone. How to hold anxiety like a happy song on desperation. Depression is in the lyrics, that minor chord hidden in each word that falls not low enough. It just rolls between my fingers, strumming the rehearsals to record lies I'd fake for the sake of being normal. I'm okay. The melody is a row of pills, so people wouldn't know how I bob my way into drowning. People think I'm just vibing, a trauma older than today. There's no other way but to appear I'm not so down on a ground. I ground on a sheet of shit notes, too jolly to know which piece of me is dying. I fine tune my anxiety to look like it's pop worthy, full of life, as I hold a full knife as a pick to hit with a good hit while people don't really get it. Even if the title says SOS, everyone just hums, but no one ever comes. Right. Okay. Thank you. Second piece. This one is published in Malaysia's Men's Mental Health Journal last December. I'm so grateful that they published me for that, and I'll be doing a video very soon for this poem. So the title's called E Level. Elevators depress me in the feeling of waiting for a door to open feels like a good pill, taking time to affect me. Control is ushered by time, like a psychiatrist to tryst entrances like gaslighting. Elevators do have great lighting, perfect for selfies. That fixes me in frames on buttons that chooses no one. Moving up high is a lie. A tick to talk, a toxin in me. Positivity are the levels, leveling pauses of emotions found on my wrist, with numbers that bounds the needlessness of time, making me a make believe. No one really gets over the stops that taps me. It'll get better. The flights force me, thinking I am gravity, as the monitor becomes a dictator of my progress. Kreplin, Wundt, Freud, Weber, oh my gosh, that German efficiency, sliding me in compartments as mirrors reflect what I could be, not who I am. Like a hallucination, lifting in each session of being still stuck in a diagnosis of being a dependent on a prescription to stand up looking like a patient, lost in every beep of an illusion, feeling like I'm next to get off at my destination I'll never arrive at. Wait, have you? Thank you. Now, last piece. Yes, we have our first publication out. Poetry Global Network is registered as a publishing company in the UK. So yay! So our first publication is an anthology as you can see in my profile pic, Kaleidoscope Poetry. So it is from the members of PGN, from world over, from Mauritius to Singapore to Japan. We even have Japanese texts in it with English translation, and in the US, Canada, and UK, and all that, of course. So please catch it on Amazon, and soon it will be also be available on bookstores in the United States, in Singapore, and also the Philippines and all over. Anyway, so this is actually a cover. I will cover my dear Parola, Finn, who is here, who is included also in the publication. The title is called New. I see desire infuse my whole body, lying next to your body. It carries a delicious alien heft. I watch our muscles move in the rhythm they speak to one another, in nerve endings brushed when skin can know skin by its flavor. I will never entirely comprehend. Neural synapses overload my mind, muddled. Soma in her element, omniscient, curvature and hollow, unyielding sinew, our bodies, valleys, and plains coming together, seeking union of fossa and bone, knowing how to solve a gorgeous puzzle of impenetrable falling into willing softness and becoming engulfed in it, finding we cannot distinguish boundaries of flesh ending and flesh beginning. We cannot hear the beat of two distinct hearts, with each shift of weight a corresponding sensation in wombs and corpus sub aquatoris. My response an echoing sigh with each shift of weight. You explore the wonder of how new I feel beneath you. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much, everyone.
Woo!
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Look on everyone, even with the camera off. Check out the PG anthology. That's pretty cool. I might need that link again. The one I tried wasn't working. And also thank you, Julian Matthews, for sharing that Men Matters Journal submission. That is awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And anything else, go ahead and post that in the chat. As Lacan always, just appreciate your voice and what you do with your poetry. Thank you so much. Check out Poetry Global Network, guys, if you're online right now. And as well as Lacan. Anything else? Am I missing something? I feel like there's so much. Alrighty then. Well, just go and post in the chat. We're gonna go ahead. How many more peeps do we have? We still got more people, right? So we got a full show. In fact, Luisa just signed up, which is awesome. So we're gonna add her to the list as well. But right now we are gonna go ahead and go to Alberta, Canada, and visit a host of his own open mic as well, the Open Minds open mic. And let's go ahead and welcome back Thomas from Open Minds. What is going on, man? What is up?
What is good, my people, my family? It's so good to see all of you guys. PGN all night, February 10th. Not this Friday. This Friday is Funny Friday. The following Friday in February, not the Funny Friday, is gonna be PGN's virtual book tour. They're doing a showcase on Open Minds, Open Mic. That's Friday, February 10th at 5 p.m. Y'all come through. We're gonna have some great readers read through the book. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna read something that I have to read and the mask on and everything, just because Frog Corpse is here and he's quickly becoming one of my favorite poets. And so I changed my set lineup. I'm gonna stop blabbing about everything. Follow me at Open Minds, Open Mic, and figure the rest out from there. I'm gonna get on with this. Layers of thick rust lay beneath this blood encrusted razor blade coated in pus, kid. It's just a phase, smoke break. The doctor said before I slayed his daughter in the most horrific way my brain could contemplate, stretching skin to the limits. So much blood I could swim in it. Took a nap in the back of a stolen pickup truck. Covered myself in the ooze from my last victim's guts. I'm floating in cum. My gums are coated in some sort of fluid. I don't know where it's from, but the taste is so familiar. Reminiscence of the first time I killed a crow. Showered in the blood flow of a less respectable soul. I am beyond death. I am the breath of so many foes. Screaming to let them go. A demon stealing souls, flawless brutality is my mentality. I am a geist sent from a parallel reality. All right, and that was from my boy Frog Corpse. Up next, I got something a little lighter, and it's this one is called. It's a quick one, real quick, and I'm gonna do another one. Here you go. This one was from a prompt from Finn Bell's writing workshop. I believe it was, or it was one that we got wrong, and I got the wrong prompt, and I ended up writing to it anyways. But yeah, reaching the top. My idea of honor, fame, and glory would be to rewrite this human story. Aim my pen right towards the greedy elite. Make sure there's no one left cold in the streets. Full bellies, warm clothes, smiles for all. If we work together, the system will fall. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Leave the world a better place for all who've seen it. Is it genius to displace our own genus? The human race is a family. Trust me, I mean this. Reaching the top would be like teaching the cops to be nice, no matter the skin tone or the walk of life. I'm so sick of the injustice thrust amongst us, my people. We are all equal. Stay tuned for the sequel. And then a loved one. This one I wrote for my wife. Feeling crazy, craving the creative crevices of your brain, baby. Am I insane? Maybe. Thanks for saving me. It's absolutely fucking amazing how you float around the 3D space we seem to be trapped in. But I'm laughing every time we break into a new plane of being. It's beginning to be so frequency. I think if we push a little harder, we can secretly become the astral beings that we see in these higher realms. Is that DMT? May I please have a smell? Fuck it. Let me puff it till my lungs swell. Holding, holding, holding. Oh, hell. I just broke through to heaven. Now I'm laughing with the L's. Mother Gaia sharing knowledge of the past, incarnations of our love, knowing it'll never pass. Forever together, even after we gasp for our last bit of air, our souls release the grasp we had on this physical form, reborn. It won't be long till we can keep each other warm once more. You're my favorite soul. It's always been you that I adore. Sworn to love and protect you until the last atom is torn apart and the universe turns dark. It'll just be you and I beaming through space as pure love and light. You know I'm right by your side for the rest of time, because I am yours and you are mine. All right, peace, man. Catch out PGN on Friday, February 10th. Yeah, love y'all.
Dope, man. Thank you. And if you haven't already, I'm seeing any links, man. I'll also forward those. Thank you.
All right, bet. Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Thomas. Simply must meet Thomas. All right, let's go ahead and continue with let's see. All right. he made it. We were waiting for him. He was doing a workshop, so he does a lot at these online spaces. But we're gonna tune in with our main man in Maine. Let's go ahead and welcome up to the mic, Generalissimo Brian Franco. Brian, what is up, man? Hey.
Yeah, I was in a workshop in California that ended just around 11:30 my time, so it's already midnight. So this is something I wrote in a recent workshop that Kelly Mary McAllister does twice a month, I think. So if you contact her, she'll give you the information on how to do her workshops. Once upon a time, I wrote a haiku about writing a haiku. I counted syllables with my fingers and toes. There were 17, but because there were 2 haiku, there were really 17 times 2 and 17 times 3 and so on and so forth ad infinitum. Then there was a 4th, which means the total is more than 4, of course. I'm going to stop there, but I'm up to 8 now, and I'm going to see how infinite I can make this thing. So anyways, then let's see. This is another one I did in the same workshop. Where I feel welcome is where silence is a priceless commodity. Where an ugly cry is a perfect falsetto from a teen idol singing a sappy love song. Where lying on a bed of nails feels like a puppy dog who jumps on my bed to lick my tears when he hears me crying. Where I feel welcome is hot Earl Grey tea when I'm snowed in, cold grape Gatorade when I'm soaked in sweat mowing the lawn, a stack of blueberry pancakes with real maple syrup accompanied by fresh apple cider, a piece of New York cheesecake that's so rich it takes 12 minutes to eat. What makes me feel welcome is a smile that knows my name and hugs me from across a crowded room. And let's see what else I have here. This was written in Shocky G's workshop, which was it last night? I think it was last night. It was a little pop thing. They all got their guns. They all shot multiple people. They all got their names in the media, but I'm not so sure fame was the end game for them all, but it was for some. People tried to blame mental illness without blaming civilian access to war weapons. And now a gun company is selling a semi-automatic training weapon downsized for children, made of polymer to make it lighter, a perfect bonding family activity for families who target shoot together and enter sharpshooting meets. Let's all get pizza after Marianne's teenager semi-automatic target competition, as if the staccato attention span from TikTok isn't damaging enough to the mind of Americans' youth. And I think I'll do one more piece, maybe. Okay, this is just called A Potential Incident of Road Rage. Honk, 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 honk. Ain't no geeses nowhere, just another traffic jam. Car swimming in strawberry jam made of red number 42, natural strawberry flavor that don't taste too natural, and high fructose corn syrup. Mr. Monster Truck in front of me is holding his phone up to his ear. Traffic is moving, but he ain't. I lean on my horn. Honk, honk, honk. His middle finger is attached to his fist, which he sticks out his window. We missed the light. The corn syrup in the street is thicker than before. Honk, 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 honk. Thank you. And next Monday is going to be my next Cafe Generalissimo on the 25th of February, which is Saturday. So it will be it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is an hour after time board starts. I'll be featuring for Gestalt in Nashville. Then on the 25th of March, I will be doing a Tumble Words workshop called Consequential Words. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll put everything in the chat.
Awesome, thank you. And you are looking quite lovely in your sunflower form today. Although I'm realizing that those photos don't translate as well, or they don't transfer to the YouTube live stream. It just says your names. So those of you watching on YouTube, you're missing out on the nice pictures everyone has.
Oh yeah, the profile.
Yeah. All right. We got some more peeps who want to get them on. Are we doing on time? Yeah, I think we're doing okay on time right now. We are gonna go ahead and stick around on the East Coast and go to Washington D.C. and say hello to our friend Mr. Ed Poetastic. Feeling fantastic. What's going on, sir? Welcome
What's up?
back. Hey, man.
Sir. What's up, my brother from Illinois with words like thunder like no other? Woo! Thank you for having me on this wonderful Monday night that fills our day with such a delight in the wonderful Potastic Spotlight. My name is Ed Potastic, or feeling fantastic. Please get a time to enjoy my rhyme for I feel sublime. I got 3 pieces, so you know I'm gonna rhyme. My first piece is called The Mask Omen. I didn't choose the monster, but the monster chose me. This beautiful knife calls my name. I read the mark of the bloodthirsty beast. Have no humanity or shame. I was a small boy who was ugly. Kids be without mercy. Nobody helped me willingly. I cried unworldly. They threw me to rivers without end. The water was going through my mouth and lungs. I yelled, help, but I didn't have any friends. Oh, the deep salt water did suffocated and stung. I found this mask belonging to nowhere. The mask playfully sings. It promised to bear all my worries with care, the start of new beginnings. I packed it in my backpack. I paid it no mind. Its words were blissful heart attacks. I was amazed by the signs. After school, the neighborhood bullies chased me. I was a deer in the headlights. Please, just leave me alone, please. I couldn't escape with all my might. They held me down. They deeply abused my stomach and face. I looked like a mauled clown, my blood and tears smeared with unmerciful grace. They left. I gargled with sadness and pain. My backpack roared with ferocity. It roared words of crimson rain. It lured me with its monstrosity and curiosity. It roared, tomorrow you won't suffer no more sorrow. I smiled with a crooked smile of glee. It says their punishment will be agonizing and slow. Thank you, my angel, who will save me. The day after, there was nothing new. Bullies chased without end. There were hyenas at the zoo. I heard someone say, put me on, my terrified little friend. I put on the mask. I felt so many screams and whispers. It happened so fast, their bodies went completely timber. I took off the mask. They were bloody and lifeless dolls. It completed its task. Wait, was I the cause? I brought forth a storm. They were butchered without remorse. The mask made me transform. The mask drifted off course. The next day, I saw a few guys chase a woman. They had snake eyes. She screamed for help throughout the land. Nobody came. Why, I'm not surprised. I followed them to a vacant alleyway. I put on the mask. I was blood fly and bodies decay. It was a start, but it didn't last. I killed them, me and my crimson hands. I made these beasts fall. My mask, I truly understand. I tried comforting the woman, but she slapped me. She had the same hate as the bullies. I was a monster of her misery. I will help to set her free. I put on the mask. I hugged her so close and tight. I just wanted the screams to end. It felt wrong, but it felt so right. I ran covered with blood and perfume. My blood nested away in the darkness. I was showered with the light from the moon. I was consumed by demonic animalistic bliss. You want to know my name? Here's the hint. Happy Halloween. Stabbing's my merry game. Would you be the next prey for my crime scene? Hope everyone enjoyed that.
Is it October already?
Well, not really, but you know, the mask, the horror, you know, it's always in style. Please don't be afraid. Stay for a while. All right. This other one is called Scarred Orphan. They hide me away, ferociously yelling at me. A miracle, I pray, something to set me free. Why do I stay? I'm the scruffy tree. I see the other kids play. They look so at ease, envious of their childish days. Belittle me, my uncle and auntie. On every single day, the chores hurt my hands and knees. My heart corrodes and decays. An antidote for this harsh disease. Praying for hope or a way. Dreams are off in a strong breeze. Open for what punishment has to say. What's that sound? Birds? No, maybe bees. An owl, a letter saying sorry for the delays. My hands quickly squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. Lines saying Hogwarts, pack your bags, okay? Oh my God, so many hopes, dreams, and guarantees. Grab my wand, cheering, hooray. No more hurtful loneliness or crying seas. No more darkened sleep or crazy delays. No more cold peas or leftover cheese. Finally, a magical purpose. I don't have to stay. I kept nodding. I agree, and agree. Grab my baggage. My spectacular adventure starts today. I jump wild in a grasshopper or a flea. So long to obedient okays, melancholy rays, and empty meal trays. I couldn't stop saying, yes, 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 and please, please, please. My own adventure to a new chapter that's underway. All right, hope everyone enjoyed that. I got one more for encore. This is called Vitamin Weed. Is it a legal plant or miracle herb? Well, whatever, I'll take it. Don't look too disturbed. Why not take a long puff or eat it? Man, this green can really hit. The green weed isn't so bad. Help the arthritis in your grandparents' hands. It makes you more happier than sad. Hopefully you can fully understand. Some claim it's a killer, but it's a healer. How do you commit a crime with the munchies? I'm just saying some people can be yarn spinners, mixing boring reality into exciting fantasy. When you're high, everything's funny, sunny, and perfect. Everyone's chill and not doing wrong. Smoking or eating too much can make you sick. Breathe slowly, relax, and listen to your favorite songs. After, you get a little sleepy with colorful dreams. Don't worry, it's just a mild hallucination. Ride your brightly colored rainbow stream. Freely travel to your inner personalized destination. You can smell it, puff it, or eat it, then carelessly daydream. You earn a long, calming, soothing, and uplifting vacation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo!
Right on, Ed. Go for it, man.
Oh, no. Oh, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You know we love you. And thank you for making us feel every color but blue. Thank you for pushing on through.
I dig it. No, I was just gonna ask, the usual thing, man. Where can people follow and support you online?
You can follow me, support me online. This wonderful pool of rhymes all the time that makes our Monday such sublime. But if you want to follow me, please for free. My Facebook's Eddie Foreman and my IG is Eddie492. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine contestant insight. If you send me a question, if you take a guess, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stays safe, healthy, and blessed, and never stop spewing or singing the wonderful stories outside of your chest, and never stop being and feeling and looking your best.
Yeah,
Ed. Yo, we love you though. Hey, also, I just want people to know real quick, coming up here in February, Open Minds is starting to do workshops. We're going to do them on Tuesdays, and Ed has agreed to do his full Ed Potastic Round Time workshop. It might go on for 4 hours, but it's going to be a Tuesday afternoon. So you guys look forward to that. It's going to be coming in February on Tuesdays.
Woo! Thank you, my brother, for another weather with words like thunder.
Awesome, man. Tag team action. I love that. Yeah. Look forward to that. I saw you also added that on the Zoom chat. I'll make sure to transfer that to YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Once again, welcome to the online mic. We got a few more peeps that are here with us that want to share their stuff with you. And again, this has been a theme of the night. People that we haven't seen in a while, but it's great to welcome them back. We're going to go ahead and go to Seattle, where I'll be in March, by the way. I think the second week of March for AWP. But we're going to go ahead and go to Seattle right now and welcome Seattle's worst everything. That's how he signs up. So that's how I have to introduce him. What's up? Are you with us? I want to make sure you're here. I should have actually checked first before I introduced you, right? Seattle's worst. The best of the
Yeah,
worst.
I'm here. I'm
Hey,
here.
what's up? Welcome back.
How you doing, brother?
I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good. Good to see you.
Oh, so what's your conference you coming for?
Oh, AWP. It's the Association of Writers and Writing Presses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to try to check you out. I think I'm gonna be here, so good. All right, let me see how my camera's going. My computer's kind of out of whack, so vamos a ver. Let's see. Can you see me? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gonna bring some heavy stuff, but I'm not because I didn't feel. Yeah, next week. So I'm just gonna riff. Some of you know I do part of my heritage is out of Puerto Rico, so I'm gonna do a thing called bomba, which is Afro-Puerto Rican folk dance and expression. So this is a drum. It's called a barril. It looks like a barrel of a for people who are maybe hearing it for the first time, it's like during the time we're enslaved in Puerto Rico. Oh, by the way, Puerto Rico was a place in the world, the first place where African people were disposited when we were trafficked. So if you're African American, chances are somewhere back in the line, you've got relatives in Puerto Rico too. But anyway, when we were enslaved, they knew that we talked through the drums. So the drums were outlawed. So we used these barrels that were used for making rum and getting rid of garbage and stuff like that. We put goat skin over the barrels and we reinvented our drums and then we communicated that way. And you can still see us communicating, like when the hurricanes and things like that happen, the drums are out and the banderitas are out. Anyway, I'm just gonna riff. I'm gonna riff off of a beat that's called Sika. So everything's gonna be off the top today. Vaya por la sombra, ole, ole, tiomba, del Papayán, ole, ole, tiomba, viene el par, ole, ole, tiomba, para gozar, ole, ole, tiomba, para colar, ole, ole, tiomba, ole, ole, tiomba, ole, ole, tiomba.
Yo.
It's awesome, man. Awesome.
Yes.
Hey, can I ask one question real quick?
Sí.
Can you give me a brief translation of the words that you were saying? Because I didn't understand, and I would love to have just a brief translation of it.
Sure. What I was doing was like I used a bole biumba, which was kind of like an onomatopoeia. And then from then, like it was a call and response. So I do like duplas. So I would rhyme, I'd say bole bomba. Bole bomba is like bomba, which is the art that I'm doing. And then vaya por la sombra, which it rhymes with go with the shadow because it's very hot in Puerto Rico. And then I said, saludos al Paso. Saludos para El Paso is like saludos, guys. This open mic is based in El Paso. So I said, salutes, I'm saluting El Paso. And espero que me hagan caso. I said, I hope you pay attention to me. So all of it's been rhymed, but all of this was on the top of, basically off the top of my head. Like, it's like, it was freestyling mostly today because I didn't want to prepare anything really heavy today. So, but I also need, this is still like therapeutic. Like everyone here is some kind of an artist or writer or singer. And I think for all of us, the act of creating and both creating and performing are therapeutic. So that's what that is.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing more freeing than just getting into a flow with the drum and then allowing you to just use your words over that. I appreciate that. We've missed you. It's been a while. If you guys start coming back.
I will. I'm gonna be here.
Awesome. Appreciate the music. Thank you so much. And yeah, we look forward to more from you in the future. And including lessons. I've been listening to a lot of the welfare poets, lately. If you guys haven't heard of them, check them out. But yeah, they incorporate a lot of drums too. They're Afro-Caribbean, so they also incorporate a lot of great social justice content in their work, but and the bomba, they have some songs where they incorporate bomba as well, I was thinking about that and the liberation involved with it. But yeah, thank you. If you have any links, I know you had still been working on your social media, so if you got anything like that, you can share it on the chat, and we'll forward that.
All right, thank you. And also for lessons, when you're here, we can hook up. How long are you here?
Oh,
a week?
No, like 3 or 4 days. Not too long. I gotta like teach. It's the middle of the semester, so I'm taking like
vamos a ver.
We'll connect for sure.
All right.
Sweet. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be good to do the online mic on Monday, and then I leave Thursday. But we'll talk more about that as it happens. Yo, all right. Sorry, we got a couple more peeps left. I'm looking. Tez isn't here yet, but that's fine. We got a couple more peeps before that. We're gonna come back to El Paso, and I was giving our next performer a shout out. She has read before. I talked about the studio, and now she's here. She signed up and everything. So we have Lisa in the house. Welcome back. Hey, how you doing tonight?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm doing good. Thank you. Well, for the ones that don't know me, my name is Luisa Navarro, and I'm the studio manager at Vinylove Studios. And we work with a lot of different artists. We have different projects, and it can be from audiobooks, singers, poetry, just even graphic design. And right now I think I'm working with somebody that is printing stickers for us. So if anybody needs stickers, hit me up. Sorry. And okay, today, this is the first time I'm gonna do poetry. So I'm nervous. So that's why I'm talking a lot. Okay. This is, well, for the last, since COVID and all of that happened, I went into a healing journey within myself, and trying to heal with my family and all of the things that happened when I was younger. So I started doing music and I don't know, drawing, painting, and I have a lot of little things here and there. So I said I am a multi artist. I do a lot of things. So this is sorry. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Okay. This is a poem. It doesn't have a title, and it's kind of short. It says. Okay. Being a mother was one of the hardest things I had ever done. I became a statistic at 15 years old. Carrying my family's shame and in solicitude, 9 months later, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. I tried to do my best with what I had, against all odds, against all madness. Teen pregnancy without a guidance. The single mother nobody sympathized with. Sad young mom, schoolwork, crying baby, math teachers, sick baby, washing clothes, facing life hardships alone, needing money for diapers. I couldn't rely on baby daddy. I swear I was always trying my best. I'm sorry, Mama, for not fulfilling your expectations of me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing that, Lisa. Thank you. You did it. You did it.
I did it. Yes, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to rhyme all the time. So props to the people who rhyme all the time.
and you don't have to either, as long as the emotion there, the feeling is there.
Yeah. And it's more like healing. It's a healing thing for me. I have a lot of topics and I've been going through some of that. I don't know, maybe through the weeks I'll come back and share it. But right now I'm just like an spectator and listening to everybody's experiences. Thank you everyone for listening. I appreciate it. Thank you for the space. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And before you leave, if people want to follow you, support you, what you do online, because you do some great DJ stuff as well, like people should check out.
Yes, I'm a DJ and I'm an electronic music act. You can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. You can just find me as Luisa Houseworks. Houseworks, HOUSEWORKS. And just Google me and you can find me. You can find some of my stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. I always really appreciate the vulnerability and bravery to share like that, and we're all here for it. This is what this space is for. So anytime, come back. I always appreciate it when someone like starts watching the shows and eventually starts participating, and you see it's not too bad, usually a supportive space. So it's crazy. The theme of tonight is people we haven't seen in a while, and we're going to continue it with our next performer. We're going to stop in New Jersey, where there is only one real Nick P. That's right, you guys know what's up. Let's go ahead and welcome Nick Paleologos back on the MIC. What is up, man?
Yo, it's been
Look at that. There you go. Nice background.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I'm missing the cherry blossoms, so you know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, it's been a while since I have been back here. I came last week and the thing was done. I'm like, damn. But you know what? I am glad to be back here. I've been very busy and everything with features and shit and everything, but back on the grind, I guess, as they say, right? We'll see if I can get to like a few and everything. But so far all I have is 2 ready for y'all. This one I'm working on for a set I'm trying to do in person and everything. This don't have a title. Just enjoy the piece. An addict is stuck in the box by trauma. Life is locked doors. The open ones are trouble. Do you hear the voice? Freedom, la 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 la, freedom, Follow me. As they pull the hands out of the box and into another, these boxes have steel doors bolting up the cardboard tape. Boxes burst as aneurysms. At random, these hands keep on saying, freedom, la 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 la, freedom, follow me. Leading to a barren forest, pretending to be Wonderland. The snow is disguised, the water burns, the pill is poison. You've heard the voice once or many a times, leading you to box doors opened by touch. If it fits, you stay. If it doesn't, they'll find a way. Cook you with fire, boil the stew out of your soul right into the broth. I'm sure you've tasted it before. A hellscape of brimstone. Let me know when you escape. The box. I'll guide you to freedom from addiction. This next one is another really new one of mine. It's a lot lighter than the last one. The chef goes to the store, a shop right in the middle of town. The chef found chips, but it was too salty. The chef found candy, but it was too sweet. The chef found the meat, but it was too raw. The chef found the milk, but it was too sour. The chef realized he needed to go elsewhere. He went to nature, and the fresh air and water rejuvenated him. He went to the library to eat words, replenishing his mind. He went to the GameStop and regained creativity. He went to the bar, but didn't drink the liquor. He went to hear the stories. He gained empathy. He went to the open mic a few towns away to gain love. He went to the convention to gain passion. His ingredients were all outside the grocery store. The grocery store was his life. He banned drugs in the end. He saw addicts along the way and how it affected him. He banned hatred in the forms of his recipes. He found the formula: love, passion, empathy, creativity, nature, tea, and good food. Now he must be honest with himself. I'll give you one last one, and then I just saw that Tez walked into the room and everything, so we're going to go get to Tez and everything, since I was at Tumblewords too as well for a bit. This one was from a previous Tumblewords workshop from Martina McGowan. Unknown Identity. Yesterday, my name was Nick. Today, my name is unknown. I saw characters claim my body as ownership. Tomorrow, I don't know what my name will be. Acid did not etch it on a tombstone. I don't have a name, just letters to get my attention, written on paper with inks of past flags mixed with my blood. Identity is a mystery to me, to you more well known. Tell me who I am. After more than 30 years, I'm unsure. Whose mask is on today? Identity crisis unfolded. Invoke my name. Remind me who I am. Maybe I will remember. Maybe I will be at peace with my name. And that's all that I have tonight.
Oh man, I love it. I love that. That was everything. The man with many nicknames, including Nick, reminded of his name. Do you got anything coming up, or did you like to promote, or social media, all that stuff?
Well, y'all obviously can follow me at The Real Nick P on IG, Facebook Nick P. Logos will drop that in the chat. I just had a feature with Spoken World Online that you can view on YouTube, so I will drop that YouTube link in the chat and everything too.
I believe you're gonna be there on Friday, February 10th too, with PGN on Open Minds, right?
I should be there. What's the 10th? The 10th's a Friday. I gotta check that out and everything, because I got a lot coming up, but that's more like in-person stuff that I have to worry about and everything too as well. Like I got some stuff. If you're in the Jersey area, like what happened?
I said if you just want to hit us on the phone and
Yeah.
join in.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know and everything. I don't know, like I said, if I have anything going on. I know that I have in-person stuff coming up and everything too as well. I know tomorrow I'll be in Patterson, so if you want to come out there, if you're in the Jersey area, let me know. And we'll come by and do some things. Yeah. Thank you, Richie.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. I was speaking with someone the other day, and they were talking about open mics in New Jersey, and they were mentioning a lot of the names that you had dropped before. So I was like, oh, nice, very cool, very cool. They couldn't remember the names of the mics, but some of the host names you've definitely dropped before. So that's cool. I still got to find my way to the East Coast to visit a bunch of you guys, but in due time. You know, first I got to hit up Seattle. But
come through.
Oh,
We'll take care of you. You'll
totally.
be good.
Totally. Alrighty then. Next up, we are approaching the end of our list. Actually, let me scroll down and double check. All right, nobody else has signed up, so we got, as we often do, we're gonna head to Los Angeles, where we're gonna get some poetry and music from Mr. Tesosomok, who made it just in time.
I know.
What's
I've
up,
been,
man?
Hey, Richie. Sorry, I've been getting sidetracked on Monday nights, but I managed to get on here. I wanted to share a book review on my book by Karen Wadinsky, and if that's okay with you. Challenging and enriching. You need this book. A deep meditation on heritage, colonization, and the road away from damaging self-images. I'm Not Your Chihuahua by Tesosomok is an important read. Karen Wadinsky, poet and author. Karen Wadinsky recently published via Human Error Publishing her latest poetry collection, Sunrise Ruby. Additionally, she is published in the 2019 Ms. Moore anthology and released her first poetry collection, Gold, in autumn in 2020. A finalist in the Montreal International Poetry Contest in 2013. She has also published many other pieces in anthologies and other various literature magazines. January 27th, 2023. Challenging and enriching. You need this book, A Deep Meditation on Heritage, Colonization, and the Road Away from Damaging Self-Images. I'm Not Your Chihuahua by Tesosomok is an important read. The intricate wordplay between Spanish and English in these poems make me wish I was more than a beginning Spanish student. However, the message is clear to his fellow Chicanos and Chicanas and to all of us. Don't accept the world's version of events. Don't accept alterity it wants to cast on you. Tesosomok tells the readers to remember the mythic mammal that evokes desire and manifests a spiritual relationship with the land, the world, and rematriates humanity. He wants the reader to come away from this book and his understanding of where things stand, leaving the lingering desire to remend history, to reconnect, to go back to an original moment. So that just came out, so I'm really happy for that. That came with a 5 stars, so that was good. And then let's give you the carrot. Let me change the original sound. Okay, ready? Here we go. not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. We arrived in December, and London was cold. We stayed in the bars along Charing Cross Road. Never saw nothing but brass tabs and oak. Kept the shine on the bar with the sleeves of our coat. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. Houston Station, the train journey north. In the buffet car we lurch back and forth, past odd crooked dikes, through Yorkshire's green fields. We were flowing to dance as the train jigged and reeled. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. By the night of the moon, she drifts through the street. The air all perfume, seductive and sweet. She teases and flirts as the pubs all close down, and walk us on home and deny us around. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. is empty and it's damp as the tomb. At the points we drank, the spirits we drank are now ghosts in the room. I'm knackered again, come on sleep, take me soon. And don't lift up my head till the 12 bells of doom. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home.
Alrighty. Dig it, man. Dig it. Yeah. I'm trying not to talk too much because I always hear my echo in your computer.
All right,
But-
let me turn it off. Yeah, we got to throw the question at the kid, obviously.
Well, he agrees. Definitely a carrot.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the song. I enjoyed your version. So you're thwarted because you really like to troll me. So, so in one respect, you didn't do what you wanted.
Awesome. For those watching and maybe somehow tuning in for the first time, because we're still getting plenty of that, how can people see more of you online and like what you have going on?
Sure. Folks can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous2019. Obviously, you can pick up a copy of my book on Amazon. Just search for I'm Not Your Chihuahua and Tesosomok, and it should pop right up. You can pick it up as a Kindle version. If you're in the Kindle Club, obviously it's free, and then otherwise it's a small price. And then the 6x9 standard commercial is also available. And on next Monday, I'll have another review from Mexico. So we'll share another book review. So I'm really excited. I'm getting a really good response. I think you guys got to watch the construction of that book, and it's interesting to see it come together, and then to have that intuition that people are having a good response to it. So it feels really good. So I appreciate all you guys for inspiring me to continue to do it, and it was very challenging.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. And of course, I do want to give a shout out to Tez giving a shout out to Donna in his book. I have the copy somewhere here, but we are going to be honoring Donna February 10th. There's going to be an event in El Paso. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to incorporate all of you lovely people in some way. The organizers want to do a live stream, a hybrid stream, but it's a lot of work. So I'm thinking of other options, including maybe having you guys send stuff in that we can play, and we can still live stream, but to you guys, but we can have pre-recorded stuff to play. That would be a lot easier, maybe. So be kind of stay in tune with that and see what we're going to be doing. But I just want to give a shout out if you're interested in saying any words for Donna's
I
tribute.
have a bunch of the artwork that we didn't select for the book that you guys can use.
Oh, that'd be
for
great.
The last book, yeah. So I can share some of that with you guys, and you guys can project that up.
All right, yeah, we'll definitely be in touch about that. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to everyone who's performed so far. Again, we always do have an after party at the end of the show, so stick around. That's usually when we have our social hour where we talk, catch up, share, exchange ideas. And that's it for the show. Good night. No, I'm kidding. Next up we have Dan. Just wanted to see you freak out, man. Yeah, so right now, as we often do, There we go. As we often do, it's time to go to the bullpen and call in the closer. We can't do it without the Sandman, Dan the Man. Sorry, that's Mariano Rivera. This is Dan the Man. All right, go ahead, man. Go and take it away.
Thanks. How's everybody doing tonight? Wow, we got a long hell of a list we've got there. And some are new, some of the return. Man, who do we want to turn? There's only things like going to earn. Yeah. Well, guys, first off, shout out to those who participated. Very nice, and whoever it is, it's nice to see you guys again. And for those who are new, welcome. As always, say anything about the kingdom come. All right. Well, there's only one that I want to do on behalf of this. Yeah, here we go again. Like say my computer's a dud. What a crud. It's always like a flood. It's always a flood. Yeah, lousy flash flood. The room. And as always, the creeping crud. Yeah, now it's slow as a stud and not slow as a bud. Now it's stick in the mud. My computer's a dud. Well, not that kind of dud. It's because I'm behind schedule, heavily behind schedule, and it's a long story. It's happened now. It's the very first time. Well, it happened to me a fewer times, and now it's becoming longer and longer. So, my sincere apologies. No need for apology. Again, my computer's a dud. Oh, this is a scud. What the crud. I ain't bleeding blood. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, and the shirt I'm wearing says whatever you do, don't quit. Last Sunday I was at the Abundant Church. Thanks to Shane and Lizzie, got me this shirt. Hey, this day it doesn't hurt to wear this shirt. Always the first. Yeah. All right. Since we're 2 weeks away till Valentine's Day, why not take yet another damn light? All right. Here we go. Okay, here it is. The Words of Love, Piropos, Romantic Sayings from Mexico. Here we go again. Okay. Okay, I already read. Okay, here it is. De hombre carniceros y ruin, de mujer que hablan latín y de caballo sin rienda, Dios nos cuide y nos defienda. God keep and defend us from violent evil men, women who speak Latin, and horse without rein. Yeah. Okay. And Gava y I already said that. El que bien te ama te hará sufrir. He who loves you well will make you suffer. Yikes. Okay, one square. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Here's this one. El verdadero amor es como un fantasma. Muchos hablan
de él, pero pocos lo han visto. True love is like a ghost. Everyone talks about it, but few have seen it. Tan solo hay Dios bendiciones en esta vida, el amor al arte y el arte de armas. There are only two blessings in life, love of art and the art of love. Cool. Las mujeres fueron hechas para armarlas, no para entenderlas. Women are made to be loved, not understood. Okay, and okay. De que okay, let me try this again. De que jugurentería te escapaste muñeca. No, I'm sorry. Muñeca. Okay. What toy store did you escape from, doll? Okay. I guess I was having trouble pronouncing the Spanish word of doll. Okay. All right. Let me do a couple more. Te casaste, te amolaste. You're married, you're doomed. That's odd. Okay, I'm skipping that one. Okay. Te veo con los ojos de alma. I see you with the eyes of the soul. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, one more. Okay, let me see here. Oh, this is good. Cuánta muchacha bonita, hijas del eterno Padre, dame, Señor, una de ellas para que mi alma se salve. Scores of beautiful girls, daughters of our Heavenly Father. One of them is all I need to save my soul. Okay. Guess I'll go ahead and stop right there. There it is. Words of love. All right. Words of love, piropos, romantic sayings from Mexico once again. To be continued. So we got more than 2 weeks away till Valentine's Day. Let me see if I can finish the whole book before Valentine's Day. Yeah. Okay. And next week, once again, the Child Calendar by John Updike, February. Yeah. Okay.
You can talk while you're finding your stuff, Dan.
Okay. Like I said, I'm still behind schedule. I'm behind posts on Twitter and Facebook, but I'm getting started on the Valentine's countdown on the Instagram story, so I will set that up. And okay, but I'm still catching up on Instagram, so just bear with me on this. But most importantly, find Anthony Weekly on YouTube. Just search the title, subscribe to my channel, and just watch it. Yeah, and I do apologize for the delay. So yeah, like I said, my computer's gone. Coo, 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 coo. Yeah. You know what I mean? So don't forget the hashtag Danimans Weekly. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you guys next Monday. Okay, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night.
No. I'm gonna filibuster this. I'm gonna filibuster the hell out of this thing. Thank you, Dan. Dan the Man, everyone. Go check out his stuff. We've been doing this for over 2 years now, and he's still. Those are some impressive batteries. They've been needing to be changed for quite a while. Also, I'm gonna mute you because I hear my echo. Alrighty then. Thanks to everyone who made it out tonight. It's kind of been a while since it's been this packed of a list. I think we only had 2 people who signed up who didn't make it, which is a pretty good percentage. So again, all love to everyone who took the time to make it out, especially if it's later for you or I don't know, maybe the time's not convenient, but as always, we do appreciate it. This is on YouTube, so feel free to share it with your peeps. And of course, if you're watching the replay, show some love, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And also leave a comment. Who did you really enjoy today? Which line stuck out to you? What made you feel something? Did you learn something new? Anything that you felt contributed to your experience tonight? Let us know in the comments. That's a really good way to give us feedback. And of course, it has been alluded to, we'll be back next Monday. So for the online open mic, for now, I'm going to go ahead and say good night to everyone watching on YouTube. We're going to hang around in the Zoom call for a bit. If you guys ever do want to join us, you're more than welcome to join us for the after party and just kind of hang out. We chill out till people leave and, whatever. There's last man standing kind of thing going on. Yeah, but for the live stream, my name is Rich, host. You can follow me online, Dead Wall Reveries. Make sure to check out Barbed Wire Open Mic Series as well. We will see you guys next Monday. Peace.